So, you have a new Art of Sword that takes place online for me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Great, great. And what are you planning on calling this season? Well, you know how the last one was called Alicization, right?
Not the slightest, no.
Well, this time, we're gonna call it Alicization, War of Underworld. Ah, so it's gonna be a war.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually more just like a single battle, but we're still gonna call it a war.
Cool, cool, cool. So what happens in this thing?
Well, in the Underworld, 6 months have passed since the previous season, right? And Alice, she's moved back home to her home village to take care of Kirito, and he's just kind of comatose, right?
Oh, right, remind me, what happened to him?
Well, his brain got fried in the machine that he got put in to try and fix his original pre-existing brain fry.
Oh, so he's got that double brain fry going on.
Exactly, and because of that, he's just gonna kind of be in a wheelchair clutching swords for most of the season.
Wait, if he's just in a wheelchair, then why is he carrying around swords?
Because when he does inevitably come back to life, they're just gonna be right there.
That is smart. Forward thinking, I call that.
And then back in the real world, it turns out that these American Black Ops people have captured the ocean turtle because they want to claim Alice.
How would you capture a digital person?
Well, it turns out that these digital people have their real soul stored on these, like, cube things, and you can eject them.
So they use the same delivery mechanism for literal souls that they used for mail in the 1950s?
Essentially, the Vaders are going to take control of the main control room, but the good guys from Wrath are going to manage to lock down the system and go with Asuna to the sub-control room.
That's cool! I have no idea what any of it means, though.
Well, essentially, it means that the bad guys are going to have to manually go down into the Underworld if they want to retrieve Alice, but all the high-level accounts are locked.
Oh, sounds like it'll be hard for them to infiltrate the Underworld, then. Actually, super simple. Barely an annoyance. Oh, really?
Yeah, because it turns out the good guys, they forgot to lock the Dark Empire accounts, so the bad guys can just use those. You're telling me for all the high-level good guy accounts, they were like, alright, all the security, but for the high-level bad guy accounts, they were just like, nah, it'll be fine.
Pretty much, and so this main bad guy, Gabrielle, he's gonna dive down to the Underworld as this guy, Emperor Vecna, right?
Oh, the Stranger Things villain!
No, this guy's like the ruler of the whole Dark Territory, right? And he's gonna take his right-hand man, Visago, with him. Oh, and so what are they gonna do once they're down there?
Well, essentially, they're gonna arrive in the Underworld and be like, hey, all you assorted monsters and Dark Knights, you wanna go invade the human empire? And they're just like, sure.
Well, that was shockingly easy to convince an entire nation full of people to just go to war.
Yeah, and so in response to that, the Wrath people are gonna be like, hey, let's plug Asuna into this thing.
Oh, did they end up doing that?
I mean, yeah, they do eventually get around to that, but not like for a few episodes.
And what happens in those in-between episodes?
Oh, most of the actually entertaining action.
Oh.
And so then after defeating some random goblins and orcs that were attacking her village, Alice is gonna go back to her old job as an Integrity Knight, and she's gonna take Kirito with her, only to find out that everyone's preparing for the final load test.
What's that?
Well, essentially, there's a pre-planned invasion of the Dark Territory into the human empire, and, you know, that's about to happen.
Wait, did the bad guys convince the Dark Territory to go to war with the human empire, or was that just already gonna happen?
Oh, it's just the most unclear, but then the final load test is gonna start, and the Dark Territory forces are gonna flow in, and Alice is gonna be like, no you don't.
Oh, what's she gonna do to stop them?
She's gonna burn them all to death.
Oh!
Wasn't really exactly hoping for a massacre. Oh, well, you better get all the way on board with this thing, because, you know, it's just one massacre after the other, and you will cheer for it. You will. I don't know.
Did I mention that every moment of it is gonna look epic, and most of it will be explosions?
Oh, I'm in. That's the spirit. And so in the human empire, they're gonna manage to push the Dark Territory forces back into the Dark Territory.
Wait. Is their goal to defend the human empire or invade the Dark Territory? Because those are two separate things.
Hey, shut up. And so in the Visago, he's gonna be fighting the knights, and then Asuna, she's gonna appear with the Goddess of Creation account.
Oh, Goddess of Creation. That sounds pretty cool. What can she do?
Aha! Well, you see, she's got the power to create, you know, very, very deep holes, one of which Visago was gonna fall in.
Oh, the power to make very deep holes is lit!
Okay, and so then Asuna, she's gonna get to see Kirito again, but she's also gonna meet Alice in the process, and the two are gonna have kind of a little bit of a quarrel.
What kind of quarrel?
Oh, you know, the kind where they have a sword fight without even bothering to talk to each other first.
Just a normal anime interaction, for sure.
And so then Asuna's gonna tell Alice and the rest of the Integrity Knights all about the real world.
And so Asuna's gonna have to convince them of the realness of the real world?
Nah, they're just kinda like, okay, sure.
It seems like it'd be a little more difficult to convince people that their strongly held beliefs of, you know, their religion and how their world was created and their very existence within it is, you know, just wrong.
Aha, you raise an interesting point. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of episodes to get through, so I don't care.
Oh, you don't?
No, I really don't, because, you know, guess what?
What?
The bad guys, they're gonna figure out how to make the Underworld open access.
Oh, what does that mean?
It means that players from US, Korea, and China, they're all gonna flood the system and, you know, pretty much kill everyone in their path.
I don't think that's good.
Meanwhile, Kirito's friends are going to convince all the AOL Japanese players to, you know, flood the system as well and save the Underworld.
Oh, and how does that go?
Oh, that plan goes over without a hitch. So all the rest of the friends are also in the Underworld, and Suga and Shion especially, they're going to log in with special accounts from the Wrath headquarters in Tokyo.
Oh, so they get cool powers like Asuna's Goddess of Creation?
For sure, Shion's going to get a bow that only fires in explosives.
Epic.
And Suga's going to get unlimited regeneration and the ability to make flowers whenever she wants.
Whoa.
And then the chaos, it turns out that Gabrielle
Gabriel, he actually managed to kidnap Alice, so Cooley, he's gotta chase him. Sounds difficult. How's he gonna manage that? Well, you know, he's gonna slash. He's gonna slash some more. He's gonna keep on slashing until, you know, eventually he slashes so much that he slashes Gabriel's past and kills him, but he's gonna die in the process. Wow, so Gabriel, he's just out there. No, because you see, Gabriel and Visago, they log in with their personal accounts, so, you know, stuff's about to get real now. Oh, real? Yeah, because guess what? Visago is a former SAO player. Not just any former SAO player, he was the guild leader in Laughing Coffin. Oh, well, you know, that definitely means something, I think. It does, yeah, and so then he's gonna whip the generic army of bad guys into a frenzy while Gabriel takes on Shinon. Oh, and how does that go? Well, she's gonna get both her legs blown off, and he's gonna lose an arm and get a massive face burn. So, you know, it's a draw, pretty much. I don't know. That doesn't sound very much like a draw to me. Hey, if that isn't a draw, then I don't know what is. You don't know what one is. Moving on, so in Visago, he's gonna have the armies of the Human Empire and Dark Territory surrounded, and we're gonna get a lot of cameos, especially from movies that you may or may not have seen. What? And in the real world, after the Wrath people discover and execute a mole in their ranks, double what? They're gonna start trying to repair Kirito's brain. Okay, and how do they plan on doing that? Aha! By making him rewatch the entire series up until this point. Right, you know, that might as well happen. And so this means that he's actually gonna meet Yujio again. Wait, is this the afterlife or some sort of machine heaven built into the thing? Oh, who knows? What's important is that he tells Kirito, you know, it's okay, buddy, and that's enough to cure, you know, 2 separate levels of brain damage. Well, you know, that's exactly how the doctors do it. And then Kirito, he's awakened now, and, you know, it is on. Oh, tell me. Alright, so first thing he's gonna do is take that magic ice sword and kill all of the random people who've come in from the real world. Oh, yeah! And then he's gonna cut a giant hole in Visago's chest and turn him to a tree. Oh my god! And then Gabriel, he's gonna come along for his second round, and, you know, he's the devil now or something. Oh, scary. And so then Yujio and Kirito, they're gonna tag team him while Alice and Asuna, they run to World's End Altar. Wait, so is Yujio alive then? Unclear, but the point is Kirito and Yujio, they're gonna manage to kill Gabriel and send him to heck or something. Or something. And so then Alice, she manages to get to World's End Altar and get out of the simulation, but there's a problem. What kind of problem? The bad guys put the video speed up to ×1,000,000, so Kirito and Asuna, they're stuck in the underworld for at least 200 years. What? 200 years? They'll be completely different persons by the time they're out. It's okay though, because Wrath, they can erase their memories. Oh, then what's the issue? Well, actually, now that you put it that way, yeah, I guess there's no issue. It's probably not important. And so anyway, back in the real world, Alice's soul is free, and, you know, the bad guys have their leaders dead, so, you know, what they're gonna do is, blow up the nuclear reactor and get away. Oh no, the reactor's gonna blow? That sounds serious. Well, no, because, you know, the ghost of the guy who created Sword Art Online is gonna inhabit a robot body and selflessly save the reactor from exploding. Huh? And so then Kirito and Asuna, they're out of the underworld, and, you know, some time has passed, and Wrath is gonna unveil Alice to the world. Oh, so they're gonna, like, show her through, like, a monitor or something? No, it turns out they built her a body that's, you know, exactly how she looked in the underworld, yeah. What the? How did they manage that? Off screen. What? These guys have been holding out on developments on AI and robotics. When did they have the time to make that? Anyway, now she's alive and as real a person as anyone else, so she's gonna do what real people do. What's that? She's gonna immediately mail herself to Kirito in a box. I don't think people tend to mail themselves a lot. We have led different lives. And so anyway, Alice is gonna tell Kirito that, you know, she wants to go back to the underworld, so they're gonna go back to Wrath together. Wait, if all she wanted to do was go home to the underworld, then why did she literally mail herself to Kirito? She could have just called Wrath. Or call Kirito for that matter and been like, Underworld in 5? Yep, see ya then. So that way Kirito, Alice, and Asuna, they can all go in together and realize that the Underworld is now this space-age technology where no one dies, and we have one final shot of the whole crew with Yujio there as well, and have this final message that the last arc is going to be something about the inter-intelligence war. It's a whole thing. Ah, very cool. Oh yeah, and we're also gonna do that Marvel movie thing of, you know, Kirito will return. You know, I gotta say, I go back and forth on whether or not to keep you around. I'm sorry, say what? Moments like these make me remember why I hired you. And then I remember why I want to fire you about 3 seconds later when you do something stupid. Okay, but I mean, you know, I actually put a semi-decent amount of effort into this, so I hope that, you know, people actually enjoy the story. Oh yeah, I mean, you touch on the ethics of AI people, the dangers of VR, and plus, you got really cool explosions. People are gonna love it. Yeah, you're right. And, you know, for some reason they don't. We can just sort the characters into Hogwarts houses. What? Hey guys, I'm Pitch Meeting here. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, then click over here because there'll be something that you probably want to watch next. And if there's not, well, you know, you could just click it anyway. There might be something you want to watch eventually. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.